All right, shalom everybody. Peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. Peace is a big problem, and a human being, since he disobeyed God, he lost his peace. And then in order for us to have peace, we have to carry weapon, and we have to make weapon, and we have to make army, and we have to prepare for war, because the world is full of evil people. And the war have many faces. One of it is the one using weapon, and the other war is the one where different kind of weapon is used. Uh, Today, when I was live in Patreon, one of you asked me about what's going on in Sudan, about the genocide. I don't know how many of you saw those videos. None of those are true. All of those are AI. All of those are AI. Not a single one of them is real. But if you are a person who, uh, you will believe, you will believe. It look real. When they show you like such a child crying, you know, you know, right? I don't know why the video is not playing. In fact, she is not even speaking Sudani. She is speaking the language of Gaza. In fact, if you look at the channel, this is a channel of Hamas from Gaza. So they made an AI and they recorded a voice with the accent of Gaza, claiming that this is Sudan. Now, if you are a person who don't notice, I mean, you don't know, it look real, you know. But look at the face. I mean, the accent is not Sudani. Sudani don't speak this way, so it's hard actually to understand what they are saying when they speak Arabic, because they are mixed with Africa. They are African, you know. The Arab, they force Arabic in on them. So all those videos you see them are nothing but a fabrication. Look at this child now. Look, see this. This is AI. This is AI. She's calling the Muslims. Where is the Muslims? And who is the one making the videos? Hamas. All of them, they are going against the group. It's called the in Arabic they call it the Dam al-Sariya. I don't know what they call them in English. Uh, this is their website. Rapid Support Forces. This is what they call themselves in English. Rapid Support Forces. Now, don't be foolish and believe in what you see. I'm not going to defend them, by the way. All those who they are at fight in Sudan, they are criminals. Just take a note. I'm not saying those are good guys. No, no, no. I'm just saying to you that this war is the same exactly what happened with Israel. Like Israel is the ugly, the filthy, the disgusting, free Palestine. So now Qatar and Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, this is their enemy. They are trying to take over Sudan. And there's many other things in the side of the war which you don't know. And I will go over the map to show you. But my advice to you, when you see something, you see a video, uh, videos these days are very hard to like if you are not a person who's expert, you don't know, like even the color of the picture doesn't look right. But if you don't know, you will believe it because it look real. You see a woman crying, calling the Muslims for jihad to help them. They have, what do you mean they have, what they have against UAE? UAE is number one enemy to the Muslim Brotherhood. Number one enemy in the world for the Muslim Brotherhood is UAE, because the Muslim Brotherhood, they try to take over Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain. UAE is the first country who announced Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. And the coward American, including Trump, until now did not announce them as terrorist organization. It's a fact. So the UAE, and we will go to the UAE soon. But before we go there, uh, let us go to the map. Uh, the area you see in orange, this is the area controlled by the Rapid Support Forces. It's big. It's a huge. It's bigger than France. You know, Sudan is a very massive country. It's not a small country. If you look here in the map, uh, this is all this blue, including the orange, is Sudan. So it's a massive, big country. During the time of Obama, Sudan split into two countries. South Sudan, which is a Christian. I'm trying to zoom slowly, but it's not allowing me. Let us see if we do that. All right. So here, this is South Sudan, and this is now totally a Christian country controlled by Christians. And here is the Sudan. The government of Sudan, they release all Muslim Brotherhood prisoners and Al-Qaeda and ISIS in order to counter or encounter those forces who they are rebellion against the government. The government used them to fight the Muslims actually in the war, and they put them in jail, including the previous president who wanna practice Sharia law. And they say they are against the Islamists. But when those rebellions felt they've been used for a purpose and now they are ignored, they decide to take over the government. So we can say they make a coup against the central government, and they were able actually in the beginning to take over the capital. And then the capital, or let's say the official government, they got a lot of support from Qatar, from many countries. Each country gives support depend in his possession of what his, let us say, what he will lose, what he will win. As an example, the area which is controlled here by the Rapid Support Forces have a massive amount of gold. I mean, imagine this is a very poor country supposedly, but there is a massive amount of gold. And now those forces, they are exchanging gold for weapon. And for sure, the one who sell them weapon is Russia and Ethiopia. Now, you might ask, okay, what Ethiopia have to do with this war? Ethiopia is in a very tense situation with Egypt over the Nile River. And the river goes first to Sudan. The river goes then after to Egypt. So having a government against the Egyptian government, not a friendly with them, is for the benefit of Ethiopia. Egypt is not happy. It doesn't matter who win, they are going to be the losers, because if those win now, the Muslim Brotherhood, they are taking advantage, and which Egypt hate. But if they lose too, then there will be a consequence of their enemy taking over the border. So Egypt is trying to support the blue area, which is the government, but not, let's say, they don't want to get involved because they want to keep like a back road, like, in case those people lose here, maybe we can shake hands with those, because you know what, we did not involve militarily. Politically, we support them. And then you know, those troops here, they were able to accomplish a very, very big, important victory, you know, a few weeks ago. If you go here, look at the map, let us see, let us go out a little bit. Yeah, here in this area here, actually, we need to mention Libya too, because Libya is involved in this, in what's happening here too. So if we go here, let us see, ah, the forces of the rabid support forces, they were able to control the area where it is connected with Egypt and Libya. And in Libya, there's a guy, his name, I forgot, what's his name? Let me get the name. Give me a second. Anyway, he is against Qatar, and he is sponsored by Emirates. Uh, let us see. Ah, his name is Khalifa Haftar. Khalifa Haftar. Let us put his picture for you. Khalifa Haftar is sponsored by Emirates, supported by Emirates and by Russia. The picture is not coming for some reason. Where is the picture? Looks like the website. Let me find other picture. Give me a second. Khalifa Haftar. If you go to Al Jazeera TV, you will see how much they hate this guy, because this is Qatar. You know, anyone who is against the Muslim Brotherhood is an enemy. This is the Muslim Brotherhood newspaper, one of them. They have many. If you read this article right away, you will notice how much Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, they hate this guy in Libya. If we translate, it says, the Libyan supply bridge controversy continue over Haftar is his name, support of the rabid support forces. So as you see, the article is about, how filthy, how bad he is, how disgusting, and those are Hamas and the Muslim, terrorists in Gaza and so-called Palestine. And actually, the name of the newspaper, by the way, is Al-Quds Al-Arabi, Jerusalem. This is the name in Arabic for Jerusalem, the Arabian Jerusalem. All right. So here, like always, you can understand who is with who and who's against who. Go and see at Jazeera how they speak about the person. If the Jazeera say he's bad, that means this person is against the Muslim Brotherhood. He's against Turkey. He's bad for them. Tell me who support you. I will tell you who you are. All right. Are you getting my point? Don't go by what you see in stupid CNN and Fox News. American is the last one to tell you news. Western BBC is the last one. You want to see really who is the bad? Check Al Jazeera TV. Al Jazeera TV, when they attack Christian Prince, that means Christian Prince is a good person. If they say he's a good person, that means he's a bad person. Are you with me? Because those are the one who support Al Qaeda, ISIS, Hamas, all the garbage. So if they say good words about you, that means there's something fishy with you. Hmm? Exactly. Tell me he's your friends, I will tell you who you are. And here the whole article is speaking about how filthy, disgusting this man is. I'm not saying he's a good man, by the way. Don't take me wrong. All of those are warlords. Killing for them is a business. I'm not saying it's good, but he's against the Muslim Brotherhood. All right? If he is supporting the Muslim Brotherhood, he will be a wonderful person for Al Jazeera TV, and they will love him, and they will make nice articles about him. All right? So going back uh, to the map, uh, those videos, many people they saw about massacres happen in Sudan. There is a city is called Al Fashir. This city was really like those group were not able to take over it for some time, more than 500 days. But since they were able to control the border with Libya, things changed because now they were able to receive a very advanced weapon from Libya through Libya, and for sure it's coming from Russia. And even I heard that even imagine how filthy this Erdogan. Erdogan, he is a Muslim Brotherhood, but he support both party because they are giving him gold. For the sake of gold, he is willing to kill Muslim Brotherhood. So they have a lot of gold in this territory. They exchange in the borders gold, and they receive very advanced weapon, including drones and long-range missiles and anti-craft and whatever, like war. Because they are able to get this this territory here with the border, they were able to exchange a lot of gold for a lot of weapon, and they have a lot of gold to continue. So they are digging and getting gold, and then they give it and they receive. So because this war is very costly, you will ask yourself how those poor people they can even support war. I mean, people don't have food, but they have money for those war machines. If you go to do shooting, like if you have guns, if you shoot for 5 minutes, you spend $100. I'm talking about a pistol, not about anti-craft and tanks and rockets. Uh, this is very expensive. So where is the money coming from? It's from the gold. So it's very complicated, and it's involved a tribal war in the same time. So those groups, if you notice, most of them, their color is lighter than the rest. You see this guy here, his color is different from this guy. All right. They are African, yes, but they are many of them, they are part of Arabian tribes who mix with those Africans. The other side is more Africans than Arab. However, both of them are Muslims, and both of them believe in killing for fun. And they don't have mercy when they treat each other. Uh, but I wanted to make a video to show you how they lie and how the propaganda work. So they want the whole world to move against this group, to support the Muslim Brotherhood, the same as they did exactly in Gaza. They want to make European, I saw many stupid European, dummy, making videos about the genocide done by those people, but they will not make one video about what the other group. How come you see one group, you don't see the other one? Like, is it possible? They see one group. So since this group were able to control the city of Al Fashir, uh, let us show it to you in the map, which is one of the biggest cities in Sudan. The propaganda went crazy because they were not expecting that to happen, and that because that kind of change everything actually in this war. So if we go here, so this is the city, uh, and this city compared to the desert is it's a green, you know, like there is a lot of let us say agriculture stuff and farming and etc. plus gold and other, you know, mining business. So, and there is an airport, which is very important too at wartime and important too in civil time. Uh, so they were able to surround this city and were able to take over it, uh, which made them actually in total control of this area. And now they are getting closer. If you look at the map, actually, if we go back, so they took this territory, and now they are moving to take a city. It's called Al Abyad. If they take it, all this area become their own, and that means they can go all the way to Khartoum, which is the capital of Sudan. I'm not sure how far the distance now between here and there, but it's not that big. So they went so crazy, Qatar went so crazy because looked like they are going to take over. And then if they take over Cordovan, here you see it's very green area and there's water and lake. If they take this area, that is a big problem because simply they are going to take the upper river of the Nile River, the upper river Nile. And this is, see here how big the lake here. So this is a very rich area with farming and water, and it's a big area too. So taking advantage, and now they are actually going to a city here, which let me see which city, but this city is controlled by Christian forces. It's called uh, the liberation of Sudan. So this city is a Christian area. Let me try it. I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Durra. Let's see, where is this city? Yeah, it's somewhere here actually. You know, the map is not showing it really, but this city here is a Christian city and captured or controlled by Christian forces, and both sides actually avoiding to have war with the Christians because that can involve other side. So many refugees, they went to the Christian city, the Muslim refugees, they went to the Christian city seeking safety, and the Christian, they welcome them to be as refugee. Uh, so all this blue area is now controlled by the government, but if things continue, it might go in different direction. Today I heard that uh, there's like an attack by airplanes. Nobody knows who they are, those airplanes. Nobody said. I will not be surprised if those are maybe Turkish airplanes attacking the those rapid support forces in order to stop them from taking other territory. So the war there is very complicated. Ethiopia involved, Chad is involved, Qatar is involved. Even those in Gaza is involved. They are sending fighters. Libya is involved. Egypt is involved. So don't. This is not a war, and this is not what you see in TV and in the news. You know, this is totally different from what they claim. Uh, and it's very funny how a human being can be deceived so easy, and you believe anything you see. You know, they show you videos on YouTube, a child crying, a woman crying, calling the Muslims for sake. But then you click at the video here. This channel is from Hamas. This is from Hamas. All right. All those are AI. AI. She is speaking Palestinian accent of Gaza, but she is from Sudan. Hilarious. But you know, if you are ignorant, you do not know Arabic, you do not know the area, you will believe it. It look real. It look real. But this is just an AI video. All right. Uh, yeah, and I will not be surprised if Can Dance or Sakar Carson they accuse Israel of this. So you know, and you know, somebody asked me about Emirat. I said to you, Emirat is one of the best countries between Muslim countries. If you ask me what is the worst country between Muslims, I will never say Emirat. No way. Emirat is opposing the Islamist, opposing Muslim Brotherhood, capturing them. You know, they will never allow anyone as Islamic to go to Iraq, to Emirat. They are watching them closely, and this is why there's a lot of attack on Emirat. So when you join the forces against Emirat, you are joining the Muslim Brotherhood, you are joining Qatar, you are joining a Free Palestine group. In other way, you are a donkey. You know what I mean? They made you join them without telling you that you are, by doing that, you are joining us to support Hamas. All is one organization. You see the election in New York is Hamas. They took over the gays and the lesbian and the socialist and those hippies, stupid American. So Qatar is expanding their business everywhere. And Qatar do not shoot one bullet. Emirates will not shoot one bullet too. They use their money and they use their, you know, ability to supply. So everyone during wartime, he will try to find who support him. You need weapon, you know, like there's sanctions. They cannot send them weapons. So who's going to give us weapon? You use third party who is not sanctioned, like Emirates or Russia. You know, the Russian give them, you know, give us gold, we give you. The Russian are not supporting them because they love them. They are taking gold, nothing for free. The Ethiopian, they are supporting because simply they have a lot of tension with Egypt, and they are trying to control more that territory, so their borders will be more secure from any friendly neighbor. They prefer to have someone is against their enemy to be their neighbor, not someone is close to their enemy. Very simple, you know, to understand, right? Uh, so this war involved many countries, and it's not going to finish as long those people have gold, and as long everybody have his interest and everybody putting his nose, and all the world is supplying them with weapon. I mean, the funny that all those countries who says to you the war should stop, all of them they give weapon, and then they ask you to stop fighting. You know what I mean? Like stop the war, but all of them they supply weapon, and sometimes even we don't know if they are even like getting involved literally in the war. Like now we heard the news about attack on those rabid support forces by airplanes, but nobody knows who they are and why they are not announcing, because they don't want to say we did. It might be Egypt, it might be Turkey, where nobody knows. Maybe it might be Qatar. Who knows? So uh, it's a dirty, disgusting world. And Muslims, wherever they go, things go wrong. I mean, if I look at the map now, which country which Muslim country have peace? Which Muslim country don't have genocide? But the world will focus only on Israel because Qatar and the money of Qatar and the money of the Muslims is on Israel. They hire Sakar Carson, and we showed you that he is registered officially as a foreign agent for Qatar. The head of the FBI of Trump now, he was an agent lobbyist for Qatar. The Attorney General of Trump, she was an ex-lobbyist for Qatar. The minister of what, I don't know what for what in with Trump, he is an ex-lobbyist for Qatar. I mean, they are buying everybody. You know, once I was talking to a very rich businessman. He mentioned that he sent donation, like now there is an election for mayor. So he sent donation uh, to the two mayors who they are opposing each other. Like two, they are going election, both they want to be mayors. So I told him, how you support both? Doesn't make sense. He said, no, it make a lot of sense. I said, how? He said, whoever win is going to be in my pocket. What I will lose? $100,000 for each? Not big deal. We send donation for both. So in such a war, there's many they will be involved, and they will be watching closely who is going to win. Now, if they see now like those red forces, that is called them red forces or orange, they are winning, then many they will stop supporting those and they will try to fix their relationship with those because countries they care for their benefit, not for ethic, like who is right, who is wrong. If those are the winners, then many who support those will switch to support these. You know what I mean? So now, if Russia is supporting the Orange Party, the rabbit forces, if they feel that they are losing, they will start supporting the blue because there's a lot of interest in mining in those lands, gold and other issues. You know, if you can check online how many minerals they have. You know, a lot. And this is a massive country in size. And the top of that, there's countries they have other interests like Egypt because it's involved in the Nile River. As you see, this is the Nile River coming all the way to Egypt, and the Nile River for Egypt is the nerve, the bloodline, everything. The whole country don't have rivers except this river. There's only one river. There's no other rivers. Uh, so it's a very important for Egypt to have secure neighbor who will not be risky at them and maybe build a dam the same as the Ethiopian built a dam already on the Nile River, because that will reduce the amount of water they will receive. You know, big deal maybe. Uh, we will see what will happen. You know, if those people they are getting advanced weapon for exchange of gold, as we received as a news, they might be able to go and take other cities very soon. Then, if those people here on the other side, they got good support and good weapon, things can change. So I think this is how I see this war. It looked like nobody want anyone to win. They want them to continue at war and take the gold. To make it simple for you, if those people they are now they hug each other and they become friends, how we can take their golds? We cannot. And especially now we are taking it for very cheap price. They are desperate to get the weapon. So the forces who they are involved in this war, The outside forces, countries like Russia and others, they want the war to continue because I noticed like those the orange was controlling here, then they lost, and then they came back, and then they lost, and then they came back, and now they were able to take over the city here in this area, and now they are going to take over this area here, Al Abyad, which I mean they are really advancing in a very fast speed. So why they are not able to win and stay winning? Because simply I believe that there is a game, there's a war game here, and the war game involves blood and money. If they won and to control the whole country, that's not good because we will not get the gold for very cheap price. The same was what happened with Syria. When ISIS was controlling the oil, the Erdogan, he was buying the oil at the barrel for $4. Imagine 1 barrel of oil from ISIS for $4. That is a massive amount of money in the pocket of Turkey. The price was 65, they get it for $4. So Turkey now they can import, and this is during the time of ISIS, not now. They can import the oil and make at least $60 in a barrel. You know, this is a treasure. Why ISIS was giving them $4 barrel? Because simply nobody will buy it except Turkey. They are in the borders. We can sell it, and we want money. And those are the same. So they give gold, they give other minerals to Russia and any other supplier, and they keep the fighting. The same as the government. The government is just a bunch of corrupt men. You know, this country is very, I mean, this, thank God I'm not living in that country. Thank God you are not living in those countries because those are very corrupt. They have a disease, it's called corruption. You know, if you look at Africa, uh, it might look desert, but there's a lot of wealth and people dying from hunger in the year 2025. Why? Because the people are corrupt. And this is not about racism, by the way. Don't tell me this is racism. It's a fact. We are just talking facts. Which country in Africa is not corrupt? To the bones. If you go to London, you will see how many businessmen from Nigeria, they have the most fancy villas in London. You check Nigeria, you see how poor they are. And all of them, they used to be ex-official in the government. And the UK never questioned where the money coming from. Because UK is corrupt too. Just bring money. But we cannot corrupt, we cannot compare the corruption of the West to the corruption in Africa. So the poor are, the people are dying from poor, like they are poor. You see horrible pictures of people, their bones is coming out of because of hunger. At the same time, they are very wealthy countries. Gold, oil, you name it, uranium. And then there is the other thing, the Chinese. You see, in such a war, everybody will seek support of who is going to be his friend. So if the Chinese, they notice that those guys are going to be a good of friends for us, we will support them. If they are going to support our enemy, then we will go against them. For you as a human being watching news, you see people getting killed, it's a war, and you get upset, this is disgusting, massacre, blah, blah, etc. But for government, they see it differently. And many of them, they will try to avoid this war from being stopped because it's bringing a lot of wealth for them. If you check the position of USA, you will see how Trump is confused about what to do, to support who exactly, like America should be with who, against who. And because the American here, they are very weak in this territory, so they are trying to be in balance between both, like let's see, to try to be the mediator between both forces. because I think Trump here is thinking whoever wins is going to be my friend, so I'm not going to take a side. Because if we take a side with one, what if he lose? If we take side with one of them, then we have to support that one. It's a dirty war. All right. So uh, uh, don't believe everything you see in videos. Many of them they are AI, and many of them they are true. Killing those countries is very normal. And you notice how everybody talking about what's happening in Sudan, but they're trying to suppress what's happening in Nigeria for the Christians. At least here, there's two armies are fighting each other, and they are tribal armies. The Christian in Nigeria are getting for what? They are getting killed for what reason? Nothing, except they are Christians. So they try to move you to focus on this and forget other crimes done by the Muslims for the Christians. So don't believe videos and don't let them push you to believe in something. All of those who they are involved in this war, they are filthy, disgusting criminals. There's no good guys there. Even those who they are, look what happened. Uh, they are accusing those forces that when they enter the city of Al-Fashir, which we showed you here, Al-Fashir, this is Al-Fashir city, and right away you see the big mosque, you know. Yeah, they have money for mosque. Uh, so when they enter the city, all the soldiers, they took off their clothing and they wear civilian clothing. And then they show you that they are shooting civilians. The enemy's forces, they say, well, we are going after the army who took off their clothes. They are dressing civilian, yes, but they are not civilians. Civilian is not somebody wearing civilian clothes. All the army, a bunch of cowards, they run away, took off their clothes as a uniform, and they dress as civilians. So we are going after them. This is their story. They might be lying, they might be true. If you notice with me here, this area is a green area. And this is why it's very important too, because there's a lot of, any country need a supply, need food. Food is very important. No country can survive without water, and wherever water exists, food come with it. So a country, most of it is a desert. Such an area is extremely wealthy with minerals, with water, with supply. Like this here, this is the market for vegetables, and as you see. So it's very important area for both sides. And look how big this you know screwdriver. Like Allah cannot hear you unless you go up. You have to go up. Can you go more? Yeah, very wicked. Wherever Islam goes, things go wrong. No matter where. The Arab came, they forced them to speak Arabic, even though the Arabic is kind of weird, hard for me to understand them sometimes. Because simply they are African, they are not Arab. What Sudan have to do with Arab? They have nothing to do with Arab. And both sides, they are bringing fighters from other countries, mercenaries. They pay them money to fight. They have gold, they give you gold. I think even the salary is not even dollars, it's gold. Like I say, you fight for us, we will give you 10 ounce of gold a month or something like that, because they have gold. And when people see gold, their saliva will start running, right? Yeah. So this is the city they were able to take. the rabid support forces they were able to control. And now they are worried. I mean, the government and their neighbors, they are worried that they will be able to take other territories, which is can be risky to some countries in the neighborhood. All right. Any question? Uh, See here, there's a Chad, Central Africa, South Sudan. You know, the good thing, I'm happy for the Christians in South Sudan, that the Christian area is the most beautiful area you can imagine. Look how green it is. This is always a Christian area. The Christian in Sudan, they used to be discriminated, killed for almost, you know, for centuries. Uh, During the time Obama was a president, the wicked Obama, and look what oil can do. They receive report that South Sudan have a lot of oil. So the Christian, they've been killed. They were fighting for their freedom for a long time. Nobody cared. But the second the fifth come back Obama, he received the report that Sudan, South Sudan, have a lot of oil. In 48 hours, he gave Sudan, South Sudan, independent, even though he's a Muslim. You see how what money do? It's Obama who enforced voting to make this land here an independent country. It's called South Sudan, controlled by Christians. Just because American corporations, they force Obama to do that so they can take over the oil. Because as long the war is going, they cannot go there. And as long those people here, they cannot control their oil, it was controlled by the central government, they cannot go there. So suddenly, having a Christian country is a good idea, but not because they like the Christians, but because they have a lot of resource. The same as what happened, if you remember, in Indonesia, in East Timor. East Timor, the Muslim, the filthy coward, Abdul, they were slaughtering the Christian in that territory. The whole world was watching, nobody do anything, including America at that time. The only one who moved, it was Australia. When I heard Australia moving to defend the Christians, I said, wonderful. But then later I heard that East Timor is one of the most wealthy territory in the world. And Australia, or the government of Australia at that time, they were worried about that territory to go in the wrong hands. It's better to go to our hands. So right away, suddenly the whole world is moving, you know, etc. Because simply corporation, they want to support the Christians in East Timor, and then East Timor became a country. But for you, you hear in news, you know, and you believe the news, but reality, what behind the news is something different. You know, when Saddam Hussein he took over Kuwait, I don't know how many of you remember that. He took over Kuwait in less than 2 hours. Yeah, Kuwait is a small tiny country, didn't even have population at that time. 2 hours was able to take it. USA, Europe, the whole world sent forces to fight. USA sent 250,000 soldiers. Imagine 250,000. Why it's so important to go to Kuwait? Yeah, like, is that really because we are defending freedom? I mean, both of them, they are wicked. But the Kuwaiti ruler, he told the American, I will pay you. I will give you whatever you want. Just give me the country back. Every citizen of Kuwait, they put them in a hotel. Imagine how small the said population. 5 stars hotels. All of them, citizen, all the citizens of Kuwait, they moved to different countries and they were sitting in 5 stars hotels. In Monaco, in France, you name it, Switzerland, the most expensive hotels paid by the prince because he have trillions of dollars abroad. So they send forces from everywhere to fight Saddam Hussein. If Kuwait was a poor country and Saddam Hussein took over it, nobody would care. Not the American, not the British, not the French, not nobody. If you are poor, they spit at you. When you are poor, nobody will go on your funeral even. Right? When you are rich, everybody will invite you. President, kings will invite you. If you go check any invitation happened by King Charles, who is the one who's invited? The most rich people. Just because they are rich. Or Trump. They are there just because they own hundreds of billions of dollars. That's it. If you are poor, they will not even let you say hello to them. Well, until now, Trump, he did not do anything. He said he spoke about doing something, but until now, nothing happened. We will see. We will see what will happen. Right? Just to make it simple for you, if you are poor, even your cousin will not visit you. If you won the lotto, everybody will become your friend. Everybody call you. Is that true? If you go right now to a fancy building, you are wearing dirty clothes, they will not even let you. They will call the security for you. As simple as that. It's a wicked world, my friend. So all the wars you see in front of you, they might present a fight between forces, but the fight really is about money and wealth. Everything you see in front of you, those are tribes are fighting over who wanna make more money, who wanna control more territory, more gold, the area full of gold, and other, uh, you know, other minerals. Okay, if you search in Google for Sudan minerals, let us see. Hmm. See, what I told you is true. Check it out. They have literally gold. They are the third country in Africa when it's come to gold. See? And they have other, they have iron, they have copper, they have zinc, uh, they have many, silver, all those things. And many of them are very important, minerals. But for sure, the one come on the top is the gold. All right. So it's a gold war. It's a mineral war. It's not about human right. It's not, it's just totally different from what people are saying to you. Simply, they are killing each other for the sake of gold, money. All right. You never saw two brothers are killing each other for the sake of inheritance. Hmm? They do. They are willing to slaughter each other for the sake of little gold. What about we are talking about tons and tons of gold, talking about massive amount of gold, you know. Yeah, so things is messed up, and they have like a place where they do process the gold, I think, which is controlled now by the government, but doesn't mean that the gold itself is there. I mean, doesn't mean that the mines are there, but there's a process, like a place where the process, they melt the gold, like this one here. It looked like a Chinese, owned by Chinese. I don't know, I see Chinese writing on those machines, right? Isn't this Chinese? Something like that. I used to speak Chinese, but I forgot. Since I, start reading the Quran, I get me dizzy. Uh, no, no, they will blame the Jews. Just wait. I will not be surprised if Sakar Carson blame what happened in Sudan to Israel. Just wait. Who knows? I mean, give it a few days, you will see. They will say Israel behind it. No, yeah, they are wicked. Everything for sale. Again, you see, the whole war is about gold, right? So Sakar Carson is fighting for what? Gold. I mean, this guy, he owned. Do you know how much money he owned? How somebody can be so cheap, and he became a lobbyist for Qatar. How stupid you are. I mean, you are so rich. You have money even to spend, not only you, not only your kids, not only the kids of your kids, but they are so cheap. When you are so cheap, you are for sale. And there is people, they can afford your price because the devil have money. Everyone have a price for the devil. But at the end of the day, all of them are equal because at the end of the day, the devil own them. So don't be foolish and believe what you see in TV. And again, all of them, they are criminals. There's nobody committing a crime against other. They are both criminals. Both are evil. The government of Sudan, the enemy of the government of Sudan is the same, excuse my language, the same shit. Look, those are the rabid forces, what they say about themselves. Let us translate the page. Hold on. Very nice speeches, like when you see them, you see, wow, I mean, okay, well. The Rapid Support Forces, RSF, are nationally constituted military force operating under the command of the Commander-in-Chief. Their aim is to uphold the values of loyalty to God, to Allah. Like, you go to the website of the government, they say the same. But both of them are the most wicked, filthy scumbag. All of them, they are supporting Allah. What do you mean they have website? They have army. What's wrong with you? They have website. Hezbollah have website, have tons of website. Hamas, they have tons of website. Until now, nobody close it. USA never shut down for a second the website of Hezbollah or Hamas. Not to mention Twitter and yeah. Look, this is the website of Hamas. Why USA don't close it, shut that down? You tell me. USA own the internet around the world, or every website in the world have to be bought from USA. This is Hamas website, official. Palestinian Islamic Resistance Movement. They did not put the word Hamas here, but it's here, Hamas. You see it? Hamas. And those are leaders of Hamas. This website never went down for a second. When we know that USA can shut it down in a second, but they never do. They will shut your website, but they will not shut website of Hamas. Same as Hezbollah. Let me find your Hezbollah website. They will never shut it down. Hmm. This is the official website. They have tons, actually, not only one. They have tons of official website. Here we go. This is the official website of Hezbollah. Why USA don't shut it down? Go ask Trump. They never close it, not even for a second. It's there in front of you. Hmm. Hold on. This is about Krishna, the blue god who have sex with 16,000 women in the same time. This website here. See, this is Hezbollah website. All right. Kataib Hezbollah. Do you see it? It's in front of you. Islamic resistance. Kataib, the brigades of Hezbollah. See it? Yeah. And this is their flag. And those are their faithful leaders. Cooked and become barbecue by Israel. Hmm? Thank you, Israel. Less bacterias. Anyway, uh, yeah, he was able to, didn't you watch the video? Didn't you watch the video, my debate with those Hindus? The guy, he told me that Krishna, he became 16,000 Krishna. This is why he was able to have sex with 16,000 women at the same time. I can do that, you know, but maybe not 16,000 CP. Maybe I can become 15,000. And he satisfied them all. Well, come on, he's a Krishna. Same as Muhammad, you know, the stories about Muhammad, he can F all his wives in one night. Krishna, he F all the 16,000. I mean, Krishna, he did beat Muhammad way more. Anyway, not our topic. So guys, I hope you guys you learn something, you know. Be aware, don't believe in this garbage you see in videos, and don't be emotional, you know. Always think who is behind what they're trying to make you believe, what they're trying to make you, they're trying to move you to go in which direction. Those wars, any Muslim country, any Muslim country, when you see Muslim killing Muslims, you need to know that both sides are evil. The only one you can believe it's a victim if they are Christians. Why? Because the Christians are not armed, and they are not in control, and they are not rebellions. So why they are getting killed? If somebody holding arms fighting others, then it's a war. Never believe what you see in the news. And as you see, they are making a lot of AI false videos. This woman, supposedly she is from Sudan, but she is speaking the language of Gaza, because simply the owner of this channel is from Gaza, and he is making AI. See the flag of Gaza. In fact, in the name here it says Muhammad Iyad ibn Gaza, Muhammad Iyad, the son of Gaza. So he made an AI videos. Let us translate. Hold on. Just to show you, and people believe it. People, they send me videos, says, look what's happening. Why it's not translating? It says Muhammad. You can take a screenshot and use your phone. Where he live in Gaza. He play football and he is 16 years old. And he is able to make many stupid people believe his lies. It's not translating for some reason. All right. It says he is. His name is Muhammad Iyad al-Hajjar. His age is 16. He live in Gaza and he play football. And besides playing football, he make AI videos to support the terrorists. Those supposedly are killed by they are tortured by the rabid forces. This AI is speaking the language of Gaza, but he is from Sudan. So if you do not know, you think you believe it. I mean, yeah, the world is full of dummies. If you are dummy, maybe when he made the video, I mean when he made the child, he was 16. Uh, no, actually, he looked very young. Yeah, and AI. He have 44,000 subscribers, and look, all of them they are AI posted now. Like he's making every day a bunch of them, and all of them against the rabid forces supporting the government of Sudan. That is telling you that the government of Sudan is supporting the Muslim Brotherhood and supporting Hamas. All right? Tell me who supports you, I will tell you who you are. Okay, Beach? Who will refuse the mark of the beast? All right. Uh, I know what people say in the chat. Those videos is made by people from Gaza, and those are AI fabricated, accusing the rabid forces of doing this to them to make you support those. Hamas is not only in Gaza. I mean, I don't know how stupid people are. Do you think Hamas is only in Gaza? The Muslim Brotherhood is the biggest organization in the world. They have branches all over Europe, America, Australia, Africa, South America, North America. Hamas is not local. Only stupid donkeys think Hamas only in Gaza. Hamas is just a name of a brigade of the fighters in that location, but all of them they belong to the Muslim Brotherhood. This is an international organization, and they have branches everywhere. Even in Japan, they have branches. They are opening mosque in Japan. Do you remember the guy who wanted to debate me? Who remember? He was in Japan, and then the coward, the second he noticed that this is a Christian prince, he retreat. What he's doing in Japan? He's a Muslim Brotherhood. Uh, Turkey, all of it. Erdogan is a Muslim Brotherhood. Qatar is the biggest supply for money of Muslim Brotherhood. So Hamas is not just Hamas is just a little tiny part of Muslim Brotherhood. Trump, what's his name, Marco Rubio, he claimed a few months ago, 2 months ago, that they are studying to list Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. I do not believe him. I don't. I believe they mentioned that to make a pressure on Qatar to make Qatar agree on Hamas issue. Since they mentioned that, and since they have the agreement about Gaza, that talk about listing the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization disappear. There's no more to be heard. All of them, they knew Muslim Brotherhood is the biggest a threat, but USA and Trump don't dare to do it because then he have to lose Qatar and lose Erdogan. As simple as that. All right. So I hope you learned something. I did my best to share with you. Don't be fooled by those videos. There's many killing. I'm not saying there's no killing. Both of them, they are criminals, and they are willing to shoot you as easy as passing salt to somebody. Both are those are Muslims, and Muslims are well known of doing genocide. And then after they kill you, they go in your funeral. All right. After they kill you, they will be the first to go on your funeral, and they will bring flowers too. This is just now, 3 hours ago. The rabid forces, they were able to take down an airplane for the government. Look like it. You know, they were able to take an airplane for the government. A lot of propaganda. Here you see it says like civilian are running away and the rabid forces are killing them. But most likely, I think those are the soldiers who dress as civilians trying to escape. But anyway, why you want to kill soldiers who they are? They drop their arms. What about arresting them? Criminals. Both sides are criminals. Very evil. This is the city, the rabid forces they were able to take over. And for sure, whoever in their way would be shot dead. Same, the government, they do the same. Both, yeah, the gold. All is about money and gold. Animals. Uh, and look now, the Congress is moving, as you see here in the news, to list those people as terrorist organization. Look like Qatar is successful to be able to make a Trump and the Democrat and the Republican to move against this group because they are winning the war against the Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah, Qatar have the tools and they can make it happen. Uh, Look at the title here. Those are stations support Muslim Brotherhood. The rabid forces they encourage to rape women. Hmm? Yeah, all the videos is against the rabid forces. The army of Hamas is in the front line posting videos, the same as they did in the time of Israel. And if you are naive, you will believe all the garbage you see. All right. uh, so leave your comment and tell me, what do you think? They are attacking Emirates because Emirates is #1 enemy to Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood. Otherwise, Emirates is not involved in this war, and they are not shooting one bullet. All right, they are supporting, but everybody supporting this war, but they are not involved in the ground. So they are attacking Emirates. If you look at my title, because I saw many stupid videos, accusing Emirates of committing genocide in Sudan. And then you ask yourself, do Emirates even have forces there? What are they? So simply, this is a big propaganda by Qatar and by Hamas and by the Muslim Brotherhood against Emirates, because Emirates is their enemy. All right? So don't fall to their garbage and don't believe them. You have a Muslim want to have a private call with me? Why private call? Like, why it is private? Like, you have a question about Christianity, you want to leave Islam or what? Why UAE attacking Muslim Brotherhood? Why not? They are evil. They try to take over their country. What a kind of question this question is. Muslim Brotherhood are trying to take over all Islamic countries. And Emirates, they discover that they were able to, were almost going to have a coup against the government in Emirates. So they announced them as a terrorist organization and they arrested a lot of them. Yeah, it's like you're asking me why you're attacking terrorists. Why Qatar is going to attack Muslim Brotherhood, huh? They must be, Emirates must be bad. Muslim Brotherhood, they killed tens of thousands of people in Syria, Israel, Egypt, Algeria. Every single terrorist group, ISIS are Muslim Brotherhood, don't you know? Osama bin Laden is a Muslim Brotherhood. Al-Zawahiri, every single terrorist, you saw his name, the president of Syria right now, he is a Muslim Brotherhood. And then he split from them. The Muslim Brotherhood did not start in Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood, it was a plan of Iran. The filthy Iranian Shia regime, they wanted to penetrate the Sunni community. So the story is like it's a long story, but supposedly the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, he is an Egyptian. He was making a speech in the Kaaba area. The Iranian, they found a great opportunity because he was saying to them, why you hate the Shia? Why you want to be an enemy to the Shia? They said, oh, this is our guy. Look, he is defending us in the front of the Sunni. So the first Muslim Brotherhood center was paid by Iran and Egypt. All the garbage you see of the Islamism today is coming from Iran. Because the Muslim Sunni, when they saw the Shia, they were able to establish a country, a caliphate of Shia. They said to themselves, it's time for us to establish an Islamic Sunni caliphate. The Iranian regime, they thought of investing on the Muslim Brotherhood so they can control them and later they can control the Sunni. This is why you see Iran is the one who supply Hamas in Gaza, even though they are Muslim Sunni. But Iran, they kill Muslim Sunni in Syria. So how they kill Muslim Sunni in Syria and they support Muslim Sunni in Gaza? Simply, this group here, they are obedience to Iran. That group there is not obedience to Iran. So all the garbage you see in the world today is coming from Iran. If the stupid American, they did not allow Al-Khomeini to take over, none of the drama you see around you will be happening today. Since the Iranian regime took over Iran, the cancer spread. I don't know, Thursday, I don't know what time, my friend. I don't know what time because simply I'm traveling now. I don't know what time to be for a private call. I don't know. I can't schedule a private call because simply I don't know what my time, what his time, you know. Qatar is not a powerful country. Qatar is not even the size of a hotel in China. But Qatar is powerful by money. It's a small, tiny country with a lot of huge income of gas and oil. And now, because the world need the gas and oil of Qatar, since the sanctions of Russia became extreme, so Qatar became now more, not only rich, they are needed. Everybody is kissing their ass. All right. So now they are using to influence that everybody need them. Nobody dare to make sanction on them because okay, we sanction Russia, if we sanction Qatar. So where we get the gas from? And then we have the stupid Biden. He was a president for 4 years. He killed the oil business in USA. So now for USA to become #1 producer of oil is going to take a couple of years. By the time president he finished his presidency, USA might become #1 producer of oil again. But then we might have another Democrat, he kill it again. So we have those stupid Democrats who they are giving the opportunity for Islamic countries to get filthy, wealthy, and take over. This is why Trump, if you want to do a smart thing, he should invade Venezuela, get rid of the president, lift the sanctions from Venezuela so people they can live. Venezuela is #1 country in the world when it's come to oil. That can change the whole game. They found oil in the Sea of Gaza. I don't know. Maybe. Why not? I mean, they found oil and gas in the front of, in the Sea of Israel. It's possible, but there's no proof of that. Yeah, I don't know much about how much Israel they help South Sudan, but again, you see, even Israel when they help South Sudan, not because they are like in love with you. Again, don't be emotional. When Israel they support uh, South Sudan, is not because they love South Sudan. Israel is a country, and they do what is beneficial for them. So at that time, Sudan, the president al-Bashir, he's an Islamist, and he might do jihad against Israel. So it's very normal for Israel to support his enemies. Nobody love you, my friend. Don't think they love you. Nobody love you. All right? There's no love here. Government, they don't have emotion. They don't care you're Christian. They don't care. This is the last what they care for, really. This is you think about it. Oh, because I'm a Christian, they are supporting me. They don't care for you if you are a Christian or not. Muslims they care for if you are a Muslim or not, but if you don't agree with the government of that country, the Muslim themselves will kill you, even if you are a Muslim, as we see here. There's no love here, there's no love involved. Nobody care for you being a Christian, you know. Actually, always, if you see somebody want to support you, it sounds fishy too, because why they want to support you? You have to check why. Nobody get involved and risk a relationship with other country to be an enemy for nothing. All right? There's no charity business here. So always when you hear somebody supporting somebody, don't be emotional and say, "Oh, Israel being good to us," or America being good to us, or Saudi Arabia being good to us. This is not. They don't care for this is good. The world good. Forget about it. It's all about business and interest. Why America support Israel? Is that because they love Israel? No. There's an interest. They need Israel. If one day that need does not exist, America will be #1 enemy to Israel. All right? No love, no emotion, nothing. When a president he say I want to support Israel, regardless who, he calculate his numbers. If his supporters are, let's say, they like to support Israel, then he will say what they would like to hear. He will do what they like to hear. You see this Sakar Carson and Dow cow dance. When they noticed that millions of people they went in the street in New York and America shouting "Free Palestine," they switch because they say to themselves, "Oh." In fact, the first video, this woman cow dance, this trashy woman, the first video she made announcing she switched, before she switched actually, I made a video about it if you remember. She said there's a change happening in America. Do you see how people going out in the street to free Palestine? And right away after that, couple of weeks after, she started attacking Israel. So she noticed that the trend is changing. They don't care really for ethic, they care for money. Where is the money? How many people they will like what I am saying if I saying it? They will make a video in order to get money and support and like, not like me. So nobody is doing charity, nobody is caring for you, nobody is speaking the truth for you. They control your mind, and then because they became very much have influence, then Qatar will go after those who they are having a huge number of subscribers, and they will say, how much your money, how much you want to hire you, like Sakar Carson. How much? 2 million a month. Okay, no problem. We have too much money. Do you remember those 10 I don't know how many conservative channels in YouTube and Twitter, and then a company hire them, and they, I don't know, they give them like $100,000 a month. And then later they found out that the company who hired them is owned by Putin. So they get them, they send them a woman. She said, my husband, he own a corporation for media, and we like you guys what you're doing. We will give you etc. money. They will go, wonderful. And the money we pay you have nothing to do with the money you made from YouTube. This is your money, from money like you make from advertising, etc. Donation. No, this is not our. We just we want just to make a copyright over your videos to claim like something. So they agree. Their saliva start running, and then the FBI, they trace the money. It turned to be that this is a company owned by the Russian. Many of those who get involved in this, they were victims. They don't know. Like, this is why they did not go to jail or anything, because simply they don't know. They did not commit any crime because simply they were fooled. Like they have no idea who is behind them. Many of those faces are very well known. You know them. You know their faces. They are famous. I can find the news for you. Um, Let us see if I can find. Yeah, like those are very famous ones. Like them. They have big audience. They were hired by the Russian. They didn't know. If they could not buy you directly because they knew you will refuse, they will try to buy you by somebody else because we don't know. So they get them a corporation, say to them, we will pay you a lot of money, sign a contract with us. We like what you do, you know. And they can tell you, but about next week you can talk about this topic if you don't mind, please. Like, we give you a headline, focus on it, please. Sure, it is your boss now. So it turned to be the company is owned by the Russian. All right. And for you as an audience, you are looking for good Americans, supposedly, who they are, uh, speaking your voice. They are conservative, right? How in the world do you know that behind them somebody else, a different country, foreign country? Somebody asking me, you remain in Ukraine 2022. What does that mean? So I was in America all this time doing what? What do you mean remain? Why I want to remain in Ukraine for 22? I came to Ukraine to do some work, not to remain, my friend. I'm not a citizen. I'm not a resident. They will kick me out. If you exceed your visa, they will kick your ass. Use your mind, use your brain. What do you think? Ukraine is a farm? You can go and sit as much you can? You have a visa. You exceed it, they will kick your ass. They will arrest you. And then you will not be allowed to enter the country again. All right? Any other question? Communist can be atheist, but atheist is not always communist. You know, communist and atheist is just a stupid description of a position in life, because you know, atheist is somebody he come with a self-denial of who is he, and he's confused about himself, and then he reached a point he's confused about the gender, so he do not know what women, what is a male, and then you know they will drag you into the woke culture. So like you wear a skirt if you want to prove that you love gays, even if you are not a gay. So you know, atheism is the key, is a key for the dark basement. This is the first key. They give you the key, get in, and slowly, slowly they push you in, and then from a step to a step to a step to a step, and you go dark, deep, and then you find yourself trapped between a bunch of wicked people. So atheism and communist is not too much far. In fact, all communists are atheists, right? And you notice that atheist, uh, the second you are atheist, you are out of any, let us say, uh, I mean, the word ethic is coming from where? What is ethical for somebody who's an atheist? It's up to you what is ethical. Like if I say to you, do you have sex? Do you like to have sex with your mom? You might say yes, because your ethic is up to you. If I say to you, is it okay to rob a bank? You might say yes, because your ethic is up to you. So the second you became an atheist, you get the key to be wicked. For me as a Christian, if you say to me, do you like to rape a woman? I would say this is bad. Why? I mean, don't you like to have sex? She's pretty. But for me, I have the book of ethic, which I believe in. I don't follow because somebody forced me. I believe voluntarily. So voluntarily, I follow the book of ethic. You have no book, you have no ethic, because each one of you have his own book of ethic. You will not mind even having sex with your daughter, because since when somebody believes in an animal, he believed that it's not okay to have sex with his daughter. Aren't you an animal? Animals do that. So don't defend atheism, because it is the key, the first key you receive in your hand to open the gate of hell. And then the second you open the gate of hell, have fun. There's many forces that will try to grab you. Socialism, communism, Buddhism, Sassism, Satanism. You will end in one of those corners, and all of them they are the same. It's a it's just a a grave, dark grave, covered outside by marble. Like we are, socialists. We believe in social justice. You know, the flag sound nice, the statements sound cool, but the second you go inside, you will see how much corruption it is. When I was in university, many of the students they were with me, they are from China. And then I found out that all of them, they are sons of government official in China. If you go outside in the parking lot, they have the most fancy cars. How somebody, his father is an official in China, he's driving the most expensive car to buy in America. How somebody is a son of a communist government official in China, driving the most expensive cars. It is communist. Is it Trump a genuine Christian? My friend, how we know? How we know? Only the Lord, He know the heart of the people. However, the Lord, He said to us, from their fruits you shall know them. We did not vote for Trump because he is a genuine Christian. He did not show us resume saying, I'm a genuine Christian with certificate signed by God. We voted for him because many of things he said and he support we agree with. And you don't have to be a genuine Christian. Who can force him? Nobody. This is a personal choice. But we support what he did have done. As an example, he took all this education about homosexuality. Wonderful. We don't want somebody to poison our kids' brain. I support him, even if he's an atheist then. Because then his agenda in total agreement with my agenda. Nobody voted for Trump because he's Bishop Trump. In USA, you have two groups. One is called Democrat, one is called Republican. There is no third party. So either you are a fool, you vote for the Democrat, and then you get the shit of the Democrat, or you vote for the one who opposed him. Well, I will vote for the one who opposed him because the Democrats are wicked in my book. The filthy Biden, and I know he was going to be losing the election because of one thing. If you remember the filthy Biden scumbag, in the day of the Easter, what the flag he put on the White House? It was the flag of the LGBTQ. And what he did, he bring a bunch of men to striptease and go watch the video. In the Easter day, America itself, as a most powerful nation, if they don't repent and go back to God, this country is going to be destroyed the same as Rome destroyed. If you go check Rome, how Rome demolished, corruption, away from God. The same like now, you know, woke, the woke culture, sex parties, drunk. So the more people they stay away from God, the more your country is at risk. It doesn't matter what the name of your country. This is not about black or white or Asian. This is about you are with God, God is with you. You are not with God, you will become the most poor, miserable, unsafe, missing peace country. God punish nations. How he punished them? The Bible says it clearly that he will unleash the evil on them, which means he will take his protection from you. You know, you have a fire department, right? You have a fire department, and then they tell you if you have a fire, you call this number, and they will come right away. But then you decide and you say to yourself, you know what? I mean, this is stupid. Who needs this fire department? I don't even have gas in my house. I have induction. It doesn't make fire. I'm not going to need them. So you forget the number. Forget it totally from your memory. And you don't want anything to be connected to you, have to do with God. You don't want to hear about him. You don't want to have his number. You don't want to have his name. You mock him. You laugh at him. You curse him. You curse his name in every movie you make, in every program, in every show, making mockery. And then the fire one day will set in your house, in your country, because God, he will take his protection from you. His blessing will go. And then you will be the same as those countries you see, the same as Sudan and many other countries. They are being punished for they are corrupt, for they are away from God. The more you are wicked, the more you will be punished. So watch, American. Don't think you will stay wealthy forever. That blessing might be taken away from you. Soon, if they continue this way, soon we might have the new state. It's called the state of California. You will see. Soon you will have England divided into many countries. The Muslim want to have country. The Irish, they want to have a country. The blah, 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 they want to have a country. England will not stay as England. Just wait. The migrant will become the bigger population in the country. The local will become minority. And then the migrant, they will start fighting over who is going to take over. The one who is coming from Nigeria, he want to make a country. The one who's coming from Pakistan want to make a country. Because you're bringing massive number. Your country will not be a country. And you deserve it. Because you decide to be wicked. They have a very corrupt king. Very wicked government. So what do you expect? People in England, they are willing to kill each other for the sake of football game. But their daughters are being raped. Nobody move. Killed. Nobody move. But for football game, go check out what they do. Go check out how English people, they kill each other over a football game. Suddenly they are men. Suddenly they have a manhood. Suddenly they are brave. Where? In the football game. So when you are wicked, wicked will be upon you. Which means wicked people will be upon you. When you are stupid, don't expect something smart to happen to you. As simple as that. I'm not going to keep it longer. Leave your comment. And again, you don't have to agree with me. And I am the last one to care who agree and who don't. I say things as it is. The one who like it, like it. The one who don't, don't. And again, we remind you, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic power over the present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly places. This is our situation, and it's going to be always like this, because it's a fight between evil and good. And who is good? No one is good but God. So is Jesus. Amen to that. And we are the crusade. See ya.